Every child has a right to be taught by teachers who thoroughly understand their subject, know how to get it across to their students, and inspire them to develop their intelligence. Such teachers are both rare and priceless, and to be able to expose all of our children to their expertise would truly be a revolution in education. In order to bring this about, we need to seek out our best educators in every subject and record them teaching their courses on videotape. These recordings would be made into DVDs, which would be edited and suitably annotated so that segments could be instantly replayed if desired. The DVDs would be played using TV sets located in each classroom. Every class would have 2 large-screen TVs with no more than 16 students around each set and 1 supervising teacher per class. The students would be arranged in a circle, quadrant around each TV with the teacher sitting behind them. For the first 45 minutes of each hour, the subject would be taught by the inspiring DVD teacher. However, the last 15 minutes of each session would be used by the supervising teacher, verifying that the students all understood the lesson. If necessary, the teacher has the great resource of being able to immediately replay difficult to understand parts of the DVD. The teacher would also have the discretion to enhance parts of the DVD and even edit it with proper justification and, of course, approval by the principal. There is no need for teachers to feel demeaned in any way with this system. They would develop their expertise in the vital area of determining which and where students are having difficulties and help them absorb each lesson. Teachers would also have the deep satisfaction that their students are receiving the best possible education. Other countries are already putting this new technology into practice. In 10 years, many of our students are going to look ignorant by comparison if we don't act now. Now let us consider the benefits of this program. All our children would be exposed to excellence in education. Our teachers would also be exposed to the same excellence in education. Substandard teachers, many of whom were taught poorly themselves, would automatically be upgraded from mediocre to good or better. They would then be able to contribute more to the last quarter of each session. All teachers would have an opportunity to preview the DVDs and add enhancements for better understanding of difficult parts. Since almost all students would enjoy learning, there would be fewer discipline problems and less poor behavior by the student body in general. Absenteeism would almost disappear. Disruptive behavior by students would be dramatically reduced. The teachers would be relieved of much stress and worry about doing an adequate job and having students perform poorly on tests. Time spent preparing for classes the next day would be much reduced. That would clearly improve the quality of life for our teachers. Students would automatically receive more individual attention in this format. children with problems would be recognized and helped without putting the rest of the class on hold. This is especially true because the supervising teachers would have more mental energy due to the previous point of reduced stress. The obvious problems associated with the use of substitute teachers would diminish dramatically. Highly skilled teachers also make good consultants for industry. Many would be able to make additional income this way. This is a win-win situation for industry and teachers. The statistical probability of superior education would be so high that frequent testing of both students and teachers would be dramatically reduced. This would remove much unnecessary stress and improve the quality of life for everyone in the educational system, besides providing more time for studying. It is apparent that even 10 years ago, this approach to education would have been much more difficult. The recently developed large-screen TV sets with good definition at a reasonable price were not available, and DVD technology was not fully developed. It should be noted that the amazing ability of video cameras to shoot close-ups at high magnifications makes them invaluable for showing lab experiments in chemistry, physics, and the biological sciences. This is especially important because many high schools have notoriously inadequate laboratory facilities. There is also much superb educational footage already available which could be included in the new educational system. The common sense way to get the new schools going is to start them in the poorest districts where they are most desperately needed and where dropout numbers are high. Success here would galvanize the rest of the country to demand that all schools adopt the new technology. Would you send your kids to such a school? I would. Finally, we know that increasing numbers of parents are homeschooling their children because of unsatisfactory conditions at the public schools caused by poor discipline, disruptive students, physical and mental bullying with vicious teasing by gangs and cliques. With the new educational system, it is practical for professors of ethics from our leading universities to put together a program suitable for teaching ethics to children from kindergarten up to junior high school. The great benefit of the whole class, where the students treat each other with kindness, respect, would be taught with many movies and dramatizing this behavior and inspiring the students to embrace it. Human history can be drawn upon to show the miserable conditions that have resulted when the lust for power to control other people gets out of control. Professional actors with charisma would be used to inspire the students to embrace the philosophy behind the ethics. Hollywood scriptwriters and directors would be called upon to contribute their expertise. Everything would be put on DVDs and played on large-screen TVs as described above. Of course, such a program will only work if it is started at the kindergarten level. By the time children have reached the age of 7 or 8, their basic characteristics are well formed. At the national level, Congress is talking about expenditures of the order of $100 billion or more for retraining teachers and upgrading our educational system. Implementing the above program would upgrade our teachers automatically. The main cost would be for about 3 million television sets at present enrollment levels. It is time to stop wringing our hands and deploring our educational system. Let's get the show on the road.